Hello there everyone and welcome to PS4 and back to, look, I'm back in Final Fantasy XIV where I belong. I have been seduced away from this game by the visual glories of Destiny, but I've recently rage quit Destiny, and if you want to find out why I've done that and I'm back here in Final Fantasy XIV, by all means look on my channel and watch the video, Destiny Hates Me, So You're Dumped. So, that's not what we're about today. What we're going to do today is we are going to look at the new Rogue class, which landed with the massive update on the 28th of October, with loads of other content and new dungeons and all sorts, but also a new class, all for free. Don't we love Square? That's so nice. So first of all, talk how to get the class in the first place, because for me, the first place I kind of thought I'd come is just to roll an entirely new character for it. And if you do go to roll a new character to find the Rogue, it's not there. I'll just show you. Let's just get this guy done. Ooh, okay, confirm. Yes. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I keep doing that. Go away. No. And then I'll choose that, doesn't matter. So, I thought I would find it here. So I could roll a brand new character and start at level 1 as a rogue, which I can't. Disciples magic. No. For some obscure reason, I don't know why, the decision has been made that you can only access the Rogue class once you've hit level 10 in another combat class. So, if you're wanting to start a Rogue from afresh, roll an entirely new character, what you'll need to do is to roll either a Marauder or an Arcanist in Limbs of Laminsa, level those to level 10, and once you get the option unlocked to go and join other guilds, then you can go and join the Rogues class then. It's a bit of a pain. I can't quite get why that's the case, but there we are. Or if you've got a high level character like Flumper here, I've got level 10 Rogue on him already, and we'll come back to him later. He's a level 34 Lancer, which means he's already opened up the whole of the Azoria and he's been all over the place. So if you've got a level character that's finished its original opening area and you've got access to the airships and travelling all over the place, then you can take that character to Limbs Laminsa, and I'll show you where to find the Rogues den in a moment. The idea behind this video is to introduce you how to get to the Rogue, and then I'll do a quick little demo of some of the skill tree. I'm going to try and get little Flumper here up to level 15 before I do that, so you can see some of the mechanics in greater detail. So there will... Right, here we are, back. Hooray! So this is Limbs of Laminsa, and we're going to take little Flumper here. He's currently a level 34 Lancer stroke Dragoon. If you go to Nathierite, and what you choose is the Aethionet, and you want the Fisherman's Guild. So if you hit the Fisherman's Guild, you'll whiz down. And this is an area that they have opened up very cleverly. So here's the Fisherman's Guild. So once you're here in the Fisherman's Guild, here we go, fishy. I must say it's one of the only class or crafting class I haven't had anything to do with. We come across this bridge, just skedaddle along here. And these red doors over here are where you wanna be. So, I mean, I've already set up as a rogue, so you're going to cut back to what I was recording a couple of nights ago. So it'll be a little bit weird, but it'll be a cut, and then a lone word, the gatekeep up there, will have a little question mark over his head, or an exclamation mark over his head for a quest. And we'll talk about next how you actually get access to the Rogues Guild. So you find it via the Fisherman's Guild here in Limbs of Laminsa. So So once you across the bridge from the Fisherman's Guild, you'll end up here, and you can see that little chap in the blue coat in the background. Stop showing off, Flumper. That's the guy you have to talk to gain admittance to the Rogues Guild. I'm narrating this. This is footage I've already done before, so that's why for some reason Flumper's wiggling around. I'm not going to go through the entire dialogue options. Basically, this guy will go, "Oh no, there's no such thing as the Rogues Guild." Oh, then he'll recognise you. Then he'll go, "Hold on a minute. Why don't you become a rogue? Because we think you're cool." And then he gives you an option to say yes or no, just whether you think he's cool or not. And then what he will do is he will say, "Well, if you want to enter the Rogues Guild, talk to me and I'll let you in." And then you talk to him and they let you in, which is the red doors behind there. So that's the first step to becoming a rogue. You talk to this guy and he lets you in. What I'm going to do is, through the magic of editing, is I'm going to, the next clip you see will be inside the Rogues Guild, and I'll show you who you need to talk to and how you need to get yourself sorted out. So I'll see you in just a second, as if by magic. So here we are now inside the Rogues Guild, and we talk to this chap, the Guildsmaster, Jack. And he will tell you some of the history of the Rogues Guild. The history of the Rogues Guild is that there were rogues and there were pirates in Limsa Lominsa, and rather than be adversarial and kind of bump up against each other because there's lots of wars between the rogues and the pirates, they decided to have a code, and that the pirates and the rogues would be the people who would adhere to this code. And the code was, you don't nick anything from people in Limsa Lominsa, you don't nick from each other. And the Rogues Guild essentially are the unofficial police of the underworld, if you like. So rather than just being thieves, there are people who actually make sure that the world is a better place to live in and is safe for thieves. So they go about their business and only rob from people who deserve it. You're kind of a Robin Hoodie type thing. So what you'll do is you'll chat to this guy. He'll take you through a load of old guff. I must say the dialogue in this is really, really weird. They've used some really strange kind of dialecty type things, not quite figuring out whether it's meant to be Cockney, Irish or Devonshire at the moment. So I'm not going to attempt to do these accents because I just confuse myself doing them. I'm going to jump forward again to the bit where he gives you your knives and how to set yourself up. I'll see you in a second. So after an awful lot of exposition and chat, he gives you your first set of knives. Bless him, isn't that nice? So quest complete, and what we need to do is to equip them. So as always, what you do is you go into your inventory. There we go, select character, and into the weapon slot you just put your knives, and that will automatically change you to the rogue class. There we go, click. There is a lovely in-joke about wandering around in your kegs, because obviously once you do that you have your pants on, so he does make a joke about you putting your clothes on, which is quite fun. So you just shove your low-level stuff on, anything that you can. Always keep your opening clothing, all the lovely level 1 stuff, because you just re-equip it and you become a new class. Go. Trousers and shoes. Brilliant. And then you have to save it. So to save it, you go back in and to character up to this bit at the top, click on it, not that one, that one, and go to the plus button at the top. So you'll see me scroll down when I'm doing this kind of after the fact. And there you go, Rogue is saved, so you can quick change. If you do change your equipment at any point, remember to resave that, otherwise you go back to your old equipment if you swap between them. Pick up a quest, which will be your introductory quest, and it is simply going out and killing some sheep, as all of these original, start-off quests are. So I'm going to stop here. Because now we're going to cut to the outside and we can see him in full swing, working as a rogue, and go through some of the ways that mechanic works. So I'll see you outside in just a moment. Right, and here we are with now a level 15 Flumpa as a rogue, and we're going to just talk through the rogue actions and abilities. And then we'll go and kick something to bits so you can see how it works. So into actions and traits. So the actions, this plays very similarly actually to the Lancer class, but Spinning Edge is your basic attack. Perfect Dodge, that will make you avoid next physical attack. So it's a way of dodging damage if you're in a bit of a tight squeeze. Gust Slash is combo, so you hit Spinning Edge, hit Gust Slash, and Gust Slash does more damage if it follows Spinning Edge. Kiss of the Wasp is a permanent thing. You put it on and it stays on. So it's got no duration or anything. It will stay on until you take it off. And all it does is it increases damage by 5%. But also some of the things further down will have different abilities depending on whether you've got Kiss of the Wasp or whether you've got Kiss of the Viper, which is a quest one that comes in at level 30. Mutilate is a damage over time, so you pop that on and you get a nice damage over time. Hide is invisible, you turn yourself invisible. Assassinate is a kill command, really. When you get less than 20% HP on your opponent, you can do Assassinate, and it does a significant attack. It'll either take them out or significantly take down their health. It's really funny. I don't know if it's the same animation for all of the classes or all of the races, but the little Lalafels there, they do a little jump onto the head of whatever they're fighting and stab them in the neck. It's quite fun. Throwing dagger, this came from level 15 quest, which is a ranged attack. Mug, also part of the level 15 quest. That is one that if you pull it off as your last hit, you get more items from your opponents. Goad, that is a way to get TP, which is the mechanic that is used as the cost of TP, so it doesn't use magic points, it uses TP, so it's a way of recovering those. Sneak attack is if you are invisible and you trap something from the front, it does 300 damage instead of its normal 100. So it's an attack from invisibility, just to get the fight off to a good start. Aeolian Edge. This is a high-end combo action, so it goes Spinning Edge, Gust Slash, and then an Aeolian Edge, and that does additional potency if it follows Gust Slash. So it normally does 100. As part of the combo, it does 320, so significantly more damage. You've got Jugulate here. This is a silence attack, so you do Jugulate and it puts things into silence. So only 1 second, but that's enough to stop something casting a spell potentially that's damaging. Dancing Edge is a top-end combo which will replace Aeolian Edge, and it does an awful lot. It's got a lot of damage, particularly when executed from the flank, so you want to be the side. This is probably more for dungeons, because it's not often you get to the side of an opponent when you're soloing. Decreases target slashing resistance by 10% and HP recovery via healing magic by 20%, and the duration is 20 seconds. So, I mean, that's quite a nice one, but to be able to pull off the side flank thing is difficult when you're on your own, but not a problem if you're actually fighting in a dungeon on a run with a group. Death Blossom is an area of effect, so it delivers an attack of 60 to all nearby enemies, 5-yard radius. Shadow Fang. This is the combo. Now, this goes from Spinning Edge, so you have Spinning Edge to Shadow Fang. It does damage over time. Duration 80 seconds, potency 40, so that's quite a nice dot. Again, probably a good one for dungeons, because you like plenty of dots to put on them. And then finally, Trick Attack, so dots are damage over time. Trick Attack delivers an attack with potency 240, 400 when executed from behind the target whilst in stealth. So you have to be in hide to get all of that damage from it. An attack from the rear increases target's damage taken by 10% for 10 seconds. So if you hit them from the rear, from invisibility, it does a huge amount of damage and increases damage by 10% for 10 seconds following that. So there's some nice little bits in there, very roguey, very stabby. The traits, all of these do. Enhanced dexterity, all fours, fleet of foot, that's one at level 20 comes in and you actually move faster. So your movement speed is faster, so you outrun all your opponents, which for a tiny leg Lalafell will be hilarious. Enhanced dexterity. Dexterity is the stat that dictates how much damage a rogue does. So what you want to be doing is to have as much points in dexterity as possible. Enhanced goad, which means you get more TP back. Enhanced sneak attack, more damage from sneak attack. Enhanced wasp venom. What that does is it increases the effects of your wasp venom, but what happens is if you have wasp venom on and you use Jugulate over here, where's Jugulate? Instead of stunning, it, instead of silencing, sorry, it does a stun. So 2 seconds stun instead of 1 second silence. Enhanced Viper Venom. That will actually do some healing. So improves the damage increased by the Kiss of the Viper to 20. So that means all of your damages is 20% more effective whilst it's on. Changes the additional effect of Mug to absorb 50% of damage dealt as HP. So you pull off a Mug as a killing blow, you get some HP back. Enhanced Mutilate means that damage over time lasts longer. And Enhanced Death Blossom makes the Death Blossom 40 points more effective. So that's a rundown. Let's see it in action. Now I've got to level 15, so I've got all the way up to Mug. I'm going to go and pick on something over here. Let's sneak up on it, shall we? Go. So I'm now hidden. There's no advantages at the moment other than being able to sneak up really closely to mobs. Obviously, once I get to, I think it was 22, wasn't it? Get sneak attack. I'll go right up to the front of this guy and biff him on the nose with sneak attack and do a lot. So what you'd want with your rotation on this is the first one you want to hit on here, we got Mutilate. Mutilate sets the damage over time straight away. It starts doing damage, and then we will be doing Spinning Edge, Gust Slash, and then we will pull off Assassinate and Mug towards the end. Let's see how it works with this little chap. Okay, are you ready? Let's get him. So, Mutilate, Spinning Edge, that then gives me Gut Slash, which does more damage, and we just do Spinning Edge and Gut Slash to really hammer down. Oh, move out of the way. Right, stand in the fire, and then I should get next pass, Assassinate come up. Here we go. He jumps on the back of the head, does that, and I'm going to hit him with Mud to finish off with, and hopefully that kills him. Yes. Ooh. So let's go and get something else to beat up. What else have we got around here? Pump hatchling. Let's find something bigger. I know there's some hedge moles. Oh, there's some big birds around here somewhere. Here we go. Let's go and get these guys over here. So we'll just sprint. It's not a good idea necessarily to sprint when you're a Lancer or a Rogue, because all of your TP goes on the sprint, so you have to wait for it to come back up again. Right, let's get this dude and see how we can hit him. Come on, come over here, so we can see you better. Come on, over here. Thank you. Right. Gut Slash. Spinning Edge. Gut Slash. Just repeat these, so you eventually get another combo to add to that. Here we go. And we get that. And we should have Assassinate. Yep, that goes. And then I'm going to hit Mug, and hopefully that will get some bits. Oh, can't do it. Missed it. There you go. It's quite a nice little fighting style. It's very whizzy, very knifey. Let's grab this Rothrak Pelican and do one more before we move on. I haven't got Assassinate off cooldown yet. That doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. We have a little look at the chappie. He's whizzing around like a bad mini. What we can do is we can take range and hit throwing daggers if you want to. Particularly good if you've got a mob who is going to pull off a special attack. You get out of the range of the special attack but still throw in some damage. The Mug hasn't come off cooldown yet. But Assassinate has. We go, up goes on the back of his head, jumps back down again. I love that, that's really cool. There we go. And you can see there 295 plus 137 XP, that's what I was talking about in the previous video. You get XP bonuses when you're leveling up new classes if you've got a higher class. So I've actually got to level 15 by doing a lot of league quests, and I got to level 15 in about 2 hours. I mean, it's brilliant, getting so much XP. So if you are leveling up from a high level character on one of these base level ones, I don't want to join a fate, get off. Then it's a good idea to use lead quests as the opportunity to do that. It's a great way to level up really fast, and it's fun. Right, Mug is now off cooldown, so we'll see if I can pull us Assassinate, and let's Mug. Oh Lord, missed him. There we go. So it didn't kill him on Mug, so I didn't get anything extra, it just did damage. So you've got to make sure Mug is a killing blow. Right, so that is our journey through the new class of the Rogue in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm liking it, actually, really am enjoying it. I say it plays, I mean, I have a Lancer, so it plays very similarly. And the Lancer has, instead of this Mutilate, which is a damage over time, it has a slow. Then you've got a 3-key combo that you do, which the Rogue will have ultimately when I lock the top combo. It's got, instead of Perfect Dodge, it's got a parry one, which increases your parry rate for 20 seconds. And it's melee DPS, you know, you go in there and you hit stuff hard. So I'm enjoying the way this plays, actually, and rather than go back to level 34 and carry on with the story, I think I might actually level up the Rogue a bit more. The job you get from the Rogue is the Ninja, and you have to be level 30 in a Rogue, and then you have to go, and I believe it is the Pugilist, which you pick up in Uldar. You have to get that to level 15, and then you can open up the job of Ninja at the top end of this. I'm not going to get there for a while yet, because I'm not a Pugilist, so I have to go and level up a Pugilist as well. But I might have some fun doing that. And then once I've managed to get all of that happening, I might come back and show you how to get the Ninja job class. But for now, thank you very much for watching. As always, like, favourite, subscribe, do all of the sociables, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.